What's going on, guys? We're looking at best bets for UFC Fight Night Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov. And I've got three underdogs that I think have good value for Saturday. So the first is going to be Lupi Godinez taking on Mackenzie Dern. Lupi Godinez, I think, is in better form. I think Mackenzie Dern's only path to victory is going to be through her grappling. And we've seen in her past fights, like her wrestling to get to her grappling has not improved. And so I just find it hard to see Dern getting it to the grappling, to the jiu-jitsu area that she needs to find to be able to win this fight against Godinez, who is a good wrestler and I think is a cleaner striker on the feet. So I think Godinez can take this one in a decision and beat Mackenzie Dern, who the odds have come down a little bit. It's close to a pick'em, but you can still get Godinez at plus 100, plus 105 out there as of right now, as I'm recording this video. I think Dern's getting a little bit of a bump just based off of her name value, so I do think there is some value on the Godinez side. Next up is going to be Davison Figueiredo taking on Marlon Vera. I like Cheeto. In this matchup. I know. I listen, I get why a lot of people are on Figueiredo. He's looked really good since coming up from flyweight to bantamweight. But I just think his two opponents have been Rob Font and Cody Garbrandt. Both those guys I feel pretty comfortable. We know Cheeto Vera, what he did to Rob Font. And I feel pretty confident that Cheeto would beat Cody Garbrandt. Now, I know MMA is not, you can't do math like that in MMA. It doesn't work, and I get that. But the thing for me that I'm looking at is Figueiredo was a big flyweight. He came up, and in his two fights, we've seen him have to use more of his wrestling than his striking. Whereas at flyweight, he was just powering. His hands were so powerful, he was just knocking guys out. And I haven't quite seen that at bantamweight. On the opposite end, Cheeto is an enormous bantamweight. And I think, although we've seen him struggle with his defensive wrestling in some fights, for example, against Jose Aldo or even Corey Sandhagen, I feel like the Sandhagen one, mentally, he didn't quite get into that fight. And with the Aldo one, Aldo is a bigger guy himself than Vera. And in this fight, Vera is going to be the bigger guy. And so I think Figueiredo is going to have a tougher time getting the wrestling going for himself. Vera is going to be able to keep it on the feet. And I think he's going to be able to time up some important and heavy strikes to either win, a decision 29-28, because he's probably going to drop the first round, or get a late finish, late second round, somewhere in the third round is my prediction for Marlon Vera. You can get him around plus 120. Last up, Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen against Umar Nurmagomedov. I think, listen, I understand why Umar Nurmagomedov is as hyped as he is. He's undefeated, Dagestani prospect. He's the cousin of Khabib. And he's looked really good in his fights, but he's not faced anyone close to the level of competition that he will tomorrow, Saturday, August, what is it going to be, 4th or 3rd, against Corey Sandhagen. The odds are just crazy, in my opinion. I think this is closer to being like a pick'em than it is for Umar to be around minus 300 where he is right now. And I just think Corey Sandhagen's experience, his striking is better. Umar has to get takedowns and hold Corey Sandhagen to the mat to win this fight. And we've seen Corey struggle with that, against TJ Dillashaw, where he was kind of controlled up against the fence more than anything. And I think Nurmagomedov's wrestling is better, but I also think Sandhagen has improved. And he's been a little bit more active. I know he's coming off an injury as well. I just think his experience, his ability to just be a little bit more clean and technical on the feet. Nurmagomedov has good kicks, but I think Sandhagen is better overall as a striker. I just think that over the 5 rounds, Sandhagen's going to be able to win 3. I think it goes to a decision. I think it's a close fight, but I think Sandhagen pulls it out. So those are my 3 underdogs, 3 good bets I have for you guys this weekend. Let's make some money. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to help everyone grow their bankrolls. Please like this video and tell a friend. See you guys next time. Peace.